I like that whistle note you did.
Wait, that was not it.
There it is. Ariana Grande? Is that you?
It's very grande.
Oh.
It's the Dean's Room where I see you and you see me. The Dean's Room where we spillin' all that tea. The Dean's Room where we talking all that goss. The Dean's Room, but you know that I'm the boss.
Hola todos, it is your favorite tia and your favorite dean, Hiliana Perez. And this is episode 5. No, 4. 5. 4. 4. It is 4. It is episode 4 of the Dean's Room. Yay! And tonight, oh my gosh, I'm so happy because I finally got to the point where I could have a celebrity as a guest. Y'all, please help me in welcoming my guest for the evening, Steve Harvey!
Good answer, good answer. No, I know I'm giving Steve Harvey illusion, but I'm actually Riley Poppyseed. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, Riley. Yes, it's not Steve Harvey, y'all. It's
I
Riley
know,
Poppyseed.
I gotcha.
You got me.
I know it's my bald head that did it. I know.
You know, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you.
It's a pleasure.
And I as soon as I put you down on the schedule, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be in the presence of a distinguished gentleman, so might as well dress in my premier best, you know.
Yeah,
Am I
it's so
that we're
cute.
good? Oh, thank you. I Maha made this. Maha Jera, shout out to Maha. And I rhinestoned it because, you know, I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
I love it.
As y'all know, last week I made a debut of a new drink. It is called the Mangosita, and it is typically with spicy tamarind vodka, mango jarrito soda, with some lime juice, some tahini, some chamoy, and some chamoy-infused gummy bears that are at the bottom. So good. However, today, my beautiful guest does not partake in the libations. So I decided to do a mocktail, and we went ahead and to get like the tamarind flavor. I did tamarind soda with mango soda, the lime juice, and then the gummy bears and the tahini and chamoy. So what do you
Yeah.
think?
I like it. This is my first time having something that has spices in it. So I'm a little like,
Oh,
what is
this?
this?
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I like it. I'm over here just sipping.
Sipping.
Delicious. Is it delicioso? Is that how you say it?
Delicioso.
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 Delicioso. It's delicioso.
Oh, yes.
I like it.
What are your current titles? Because I've been seeing on the socials of medias that you're over here slaying and shit. So
Oh.
I just want to see.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So my current title is Mix Ohio Gay Pride. What year is it? 2023. And that's it so far. We'll see what else I
Ooh,
decide to do.
Okay, so Mix Ohio
Gay,
Gay
Pride
2023. Okay, listen, you have to like, I'm a visual learner, y'all. So for me to like learn things,
Yeah.
especially with like lyrics, I'm like, I gotta read them and all that. So that helps.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I always go mix for people that are like, what? Because mix isn't a regular thing like Miss or Mr. Mix is a new title for
Right.
like gender non-conforming or like the non-binary kind of category, and so I always go, it's mixed. Think of mixing like cake or something.
Which I'm so happy that that's now more more common.
Yeah.
Within systems, and I'm seeing more systems adding that in.
Yeah.
As one of their segments, and that makes me so happy.
Same, and it's more inclusive, I think, and like for me, like I think like I'm a drag king, but I also like to do things where I kind of play with gender a little bit, where I kind of don't necessarily fit into the drag king category.
Yeah.
And so having like a system like that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can express myself however I want to, and it's not like you have to bind.
Exactly.
You have to look like a straight up man. It's like whatever, formal wear looks like to me, I can do that, and I love that.
I think that allows for a lot of contestants to really just not only feel accepted and comfortable, right? But also it allows for a contestant to really go above and beyond with their creativity.
Absolutely.
Because they don't have any limitations at this point. They're just able to just go ahead and be like, you know what? This is how I represent this, and that's just what it is, and it makes me happy.
Like for my evening wear, like I wore heels, but I still wore like long pants, and they had like a slit on it that showed like tights underneath, and like I wore lashes, but I still had the drag king makeup. So it was so much fun, and I was so happy that I could express myself like that. Because other pageants where it's like Mr., I most certainly couldn't do something like that.
Definitely, that would easily get you like at last place.
Yeah,
and
sadly.
I was just about to say, sadly,
yeah.
Unfortunately,
true, though,
that's just unfortunately how it is right now. But I'm just very happy to see more and more representation of the non-binary individuals in the pageantry systems.
Absolutely.
And having you in the dean's room and being able to just like talk more about that, like it just. I'm just really happy.
Aww,
sorry, I'm over here rambling. I'm just.
Oh,
it
no
makes
need to
me
apologize.
really happy. So with pageantry, do you have any like upcoming like titles that you want to try to go for, or are you like good? Because it's a job, y'all.
It
like
really
y'all,
is.
it is a whole ass job.
Yeah.
And for you to just like other individuals, like last week I had Isaac. He has 3 titles.
Yeah, he does.
I'm like, how do you do it, baby? Because listen,
and it was like back to back when he won his titles. Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Hotel. Hotel has 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So it's like, what like do you plan on going for more, or do you want to kind of just like lay low, or?
I'm probably gonna lay low for quite a while because I wanted a bar title and I got that, and I wanted a state title and I got that. So I have 2 nice crowns, so I'm happy. That's all I need.
Listen, that's perfectly fine. That is because also pageantry is fucking expensive, y'all.
It really is. My wallet is still crying, so. If you want to get into pageantry, get ready.
And so is my credit score, bitch. Because, like, listen.
Yeah. It's a lot, but,
It's a lot. It's bad.
But you get a pretty crown.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It probably costs, like, what? Like,
I
less
don't
than
even want to think about
$1,000.
it.
Like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
See.
Would you do pageantry? Well, actually, you have. Oh, my God. You have.
Actually, I would never do pageantry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oops.
So I no longer want to do pageants, actually. I'm all good with it because of the fact that it is very expensive. However, I wish that I had the funds to compete. Because trust me, if I had the funds, I would actually go ahead and do it. If I had disposable income to just be like, you know what? I really won't miss this money.
Yeah.
Bitch, by all means, let's go compete. And it's fucking over for you hoes. Because trust me, I do like to compete. I am very competitive, actually. I used to be shy and be like, I'm not competitive. No, it's friendship. No, bitch, I want to win. I like to win.
That's what you're there for, to win.
Exactly. So, and also I enjoyed the actual like experience of just being in pageantry and like some of the structure, but I did hate some of like the heteronormative things that I kind of have to fall in line with, and I'm like, I'm good on that for now. So,
Yeah.
but I appreciate all that I learned and grew from it. But I'm good for now. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna just lay low. If I were to ever do anything competition wise, it would be something that would be similar to Drag Race or like Drag Master. You know, like I would love to get on Drag Race, but it ain't the moment for me. So, but because I would love to challenge myself in that way.
Yeah.
I recall seeing you in Face Off and being fucking amazed every single
Oh, well, thank
time.
you.
And me, I mentioned that because it just like me mentioned saying about like Drag Race, it made me think about that competition style and seeing you in that environment.
Aw.
And would you ever do something like Drag Race? Like
Um, I've done I've done one drag competition, and I think that's enough. It is.
There's
it
the
is-
answer, y'all.
Also, I was a coach, so I also got to kind of experience what they were going through, and I was still going through it. So so I don't think I want to put myself in that position, but I'll still support y'all if y'all want to do it. Good for you. But for me, I'm not gonna put myself through that.
Listen, that's good that you know that though, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that put themselves through things like
Yep.
pageants or competitions or like Drag Race even, where they're like, holy shit, I did not realize what a toll it would take on me.
Yeah.
And that I'm not this type of, like, I'm not for this, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel that.
And that's what I went through when I did it. And I was like, yep, I don't think I'm going to do it again.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. But maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future for me, but probably
Yeah.
nothing else.
Oh, you never
just,
know.
Just creating art, I guess.
There you go. And see, that's incredible too.
Oh, thank you. Especially you. You create a
Oh.
lot of art.
I'm trying.
No trying, just doing. Okay? And you do that
doing.
shit. You do that shit.
Aw,
You do that fucking
thank you.
shit.
You do too.
Oh, thank you. I know from watching your performances, one, he is amazing.
Aw.
So if you ever have a chance to see Riley perform, please take it. Please take it. Because he is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I think what honestly really sets you apart is your like mindset, because you think of it from a kind of like theater background, right? Because you are a theater person.
Yes. very
So
much.
tell me more about that. Like, how did you get into theater?
Yeah, so in high school, I did marching band. And
Ooh.
people were like, you have a very theatrical um, air about yourself. You should audition for something. And so I did. And I was like, oh, this is a lot of fun. I like this. And I started doing shows, and I loved like how I was like being seen on stage. And for the most part, don't know if you could tell, I was a comedic actor. So so I lived for like people laughing at me for the right reasons. Because I was kind of a shy person in
Right.
school. So it was cool to like have people kind of applaud me for once. So after that, I did theater like around Columbus. And then funny enough, I was friends with V Master Chad through theater. And I saw V Master Chad do a local, like, I think it was Nina's, like, So You Think You Can Do Drag?
Yeah.
And he won. And I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. Maybe I should give drag a try. And so I did. And here we are.
And then also, I remember you winning, so you think you can
Yeah,
drag.
I also won, So You Think You Can
I
Do
mean,
Drag.
because I competed.
R.I.P. Because it doesn't exist anymore.
No, not at all. Because I remember, I believe I competed against you that time.
Did you really?
At that cycle, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, listen, by all means, I was like, first of all, yes.
Oh.
Hold on, I am going to remember what you did. You did, it was an animated film. It was, I'm gonna remember because I think about it, but then I mean, not when I want to think about it. What is it? Tell me.
It was my friend mix. So it had Friend Like Me from Aladdin in it.
Okay, I was gonna say Aladdin, but
Yeah.
I
Yep.
should have gone with my gut.
You should have.
Always go with your gut. But I felt like it was gonna be wrong.
No.
No.
But yeah, it was the Friend Aladdin mix.
Okay, so that Like, so what about in high school? Were you in theater in high school?
I was.
Yeah, you said, like,
I started in like sophomore year.
Jesus.
It's okay. I talk a lot, so it's okay if you're like.
I was thinking really hard on what you performed at, so you think you can drag, so I lost track.
Ah, gotcha.
So I blame my brain.
It's okay.
But I actually, fun fact, I was in band too.
Hey, nice.
No, it's not a good thing. I mean, it's not nothing
Were
to
you in
like
marching band?
celebrate. Yeah, I was in marching band,
Nice.
but like, I never went to any of the games. So like,
So it didn't even matter.
the only reason I joined band was to get out of gym.
Fair enough, honestly. 'Cause fuck Jim.
I was like, okay, so I could either do swimming or band. Let me do band.
Yeah.
I went to the practices over the summer because it was something to do.
Fair, yeah.
And I didn't do shit but play the triangle because I didn't know how to read music.
Oh, wow. The triangle.
I was in
Wow.
the pit or whatever
Yeah,
it's
I know
called.
exactly what you're talking about.
Because
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't do shit. So they put me there because that's the only place that I could, I guess, not bother anyone.
Oh my god.
So I even got my uniform and everything. And
Yeah. And you just
And
were
I
like,
just-
I'm not showing up to the
yeah, I
games.
went to no game.
Wow.
I know. So
Marching band's so fun. That's sad to hear.
I know. Listen, they tried to teach me how to read music. Okay, they tried, and it was just not working.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a fun experience for that. But also it just, I got out of gym, y'all.
Hey,
Shit.
work.
I was-
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a
Literally,
win.
it was not a win for them,
Right.
but it was a win for me.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I was good. I was good. Did not do gym for 2 years in a row. Hey.
Work.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome though. I've always wanted to be in theater. Like I did theater in high school a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Like very little. With like our LGBTQIA clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We put on a fashion show
Aw,
and all that
cute.
jazz. I never got to do like real theater with my high school because I wasn't that good
Oh.
yet. So, because I am now.
Yeah.
Let me go back to high school with my skills now, bitch.
I mean, I would have thought that you had some theater experience, especially like how you move your face on stage and everything and how you emote. I would think that you had some kind of theater training. Sometimes I could spot the theater nerds when I'm like watching.
I wish. I'm just very gay. Like very
That makes
gay.
sense. Yeah.
It was watching novelas all the time with my mom and like seeing those fabulous women of like the 90s and like early 2000s and just being like bitchy and and all of that, and I'm like, ooh, I want to be that, always. So
That makes sense.
that was my theater.
Gotcha.
It was novelas. It was not high school, unfortunately. I have a lot of fond memories with Dragmaster 1 with you as a coach. Especially with the photo shoot. Because we went to go do it at the hair salon. Hair salon. And I was just kind of mesmerized with your like posing and everything. Because I was like, where did this professional come from? Because I've never worked with you in that way where, like where we were doing like photos or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, Riley. So how was your experience as a coach? I mean, you were, one of our first coaches and like, so tell us about that. I know a lot has changed.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
So like you can be completely honest because
Yeah.
we're all about transparency. So like if you want to be honest, go right ahead. But yeah, how was your experience as a coach?
My experience was good for the most part. I'm happy coaches are gone. Yes. TBH. Yeah, it was super rewarding to help out like newer entertainers. Some people didn't want to be taught, and I understand that because they've been doing it for years and stuff. But the ones that did want that advice and help and kind of my thoughts on like what I think they should improve when it comes to their runways or like what I think they should do for the challenge, like that was super rewarding for me because I really haven't had that experience where like I've been able to help guide somebody
Gotcha,
to
okay.
sort of enhance their drag in that way. Like I don't have drag kids or anything, so
Yet
and
or
I'm
ever?
I would love to have a drag child, but I wanted to
Really?
be a black drag king first, and then I'll
And then,
start.
so you would have multiple children? I love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot wait for you to have drag children because I feel like they will just be like the most fucking sickeningly, amazingly talented individuals.
I was thinking about this today because a lot of newer entertainers are having babies for some reason. And I was like, listen, if I decide to have any drag kids, the first one has to be a black drag king. And like, whoever else I pick, like, I'm very much like, I will teach you how to be professional. This is how you get bookings. This is how you, like, improve your costuming without having to spend thousands of dollars. You know, like
Exactly.
I actually want to teach entertainers how to better themselves and, represent the Poppyseed name. They won't have Poppyseed probably as the last name, but
I mean, I would. It's such a cool name. I mean,
oh,
it's
thank you.
so, I think it's unique.
It is, yeah.
It's a unique last name, so why not have that be part of your shit, like your
Oh,
brand, right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm unique. I'm a unique entertainer. I'm gonna stand out, so why not have my name be a standout as well,
Oh,
right?
well, that makes me feel better. Thank you for
Yes,
that.
it's. I hope they do. Like, so whenever you do have drag children, I hope that one, they actually listen to your advice because you have so much wise advice
Oh,
and a
thank
lot of skill sets that you can learn, oh, not learn, you can teach to
oh,
other individuals.
well,
So,
thank you.
and also I hope they take your last name because I would love to see a lot of little poppy seeds running around, you
Right.
know.
Part of me was also like, it would be cute if they had like different food names, like Johnny Appleseed. I think that would be really cute. Or like, something pie, just
Oh my
like different
god.
foods in our family. I
Yes.
thought that would be really cute. But sorry, I got off topic.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, I loved doing Drag Master for the most part. Like, it was also kind of that thing where, like, if the people on my team were stressed, I too was stressed because they were stressed. So I didn't love that part, but it was super rewarding to, like, be like, maybe you should do this. And then they would do it. And then they would, like, end up in the top. And I'd be like, see, you got to listen to daddy. See, I told you.
Exactly. Listen to
It
daddy.
was very rewarding. So thank you for even considering me to be one of the coaches because
Yeah.
I was very flattered that I was even asked to do something like that.
I mean, I can't I tell you constantly all the time how much I love you as an entertainer,
Oh,
as like an artist. Like I tell you that all the time because it's just I can't stop saying it. You're
oh,
just honestly so mesmerizing on stage. You are
thank
so
you.
creative and you are so passionate about your craft that you put so much detail into it. And that is really what sets a lot of people apart, you know? And I truly appreciate that because I see your passion in it. So
Oh,
that's why I really respect you as an entertainer and I love seeing you on stage.
aw,
So
thank
I
you,
will
Hiliana.
always, whenever I have an opportunity, I will always give you that like recognition and
Oh,
flowers because why not? It makes people smile.
it makes me smile for sure. So
Exactly.
thank
So
you.
I mean, shit, I would want to hear that. So hey, it never hurts to be nice, right? I know that you're a theater kid,
I am.
so I'm gonna ask you a very hard question.
Oh,
What is your favorite Broadway slash musical?
ooh. Okay. So I don't have a top. I have quite a few.
That's why I'm like, what is your favorite? Just one.
Oh,
That's why
just
it's like it's
one?
hard. That's why it's the hardest
Oh,
question.
it is because my taste in musicals is very interesting, and sometimes the music is fantastic, but the story is shit. So I'm like trying to think of like a good one because I
Ooh.
want to say Spring Awakening, but that book is awful. And like everything awful that you can imagine happens, like suicide, teen pregnancy, backdoor abortions, just all of it. But the music is stunning. um, ooh, I'm gonna have to say, oh God, you know what? Okay, yes, I'm gonna say Parade, which
Okay.
is like it's the music. Jason Robert Brown, so good. You don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine.
Parade.
But it's a very sad story. But the music is stunning, and I love it
What
so
is
much.
Parade about though?
It's
Because, listen, okay,
It's
so
a
I actually
downer.
like musicals, but I'm not like a musical nerd.
It's
or
a
like,
really big downer, but
Okay.
I forget when it takes place. I think like in the 40s or 50s. But it's about this man named Leo Frank who is from New York who goes to the South and he like works at a pencil factory. And one of the girls that works at the pencil factory was murdered and R-worded. I don't know if I can say that word, so I'm going to say R-worded. Also trigger warning about everything that I'm about to say. And he was wrongly accused for that. And so he goes on trial, and you pretty much follow his whole process of being a Jewish man from the North in the South, where they don't like people like that in the South back then. And you follow his whole journey as he goes through the trial.
Definitely not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, from the title, it sounds a lot happier. It's not.
I mean, it definitely sounded a little bit happier.
It's not.
Hooray!
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
think of gay.
Exactly. Exactly. But no, I love dark musicals. So like
I did not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I would. Obviously, there would be dark musicals, but I've never really watched one for me to realize that there are dark musicals. Because
Yeah.
I love anything that is extremely dark and morbid. I am extremely dark and morbid myself.
I would say if you love musicals, check out Sweeney Todd. That is a
Okay,
good
so I
dark
have
musical.
seen Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
I do like Sweeney Todd. I like that.
Yep.
I have the movie actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I've not been able to see anything live other than like movie musicals.
The live production's really cool.
Yes,
Especially
I'm
how
sure.
he kills people. It's really cool.
Oh my gosh, talking about killing.
I know, I made it real dark. I'm sorry.
No, I was like, it's one of my favorite topics.
No, I have recently gotten to like true crime and all that
I
kind
love
of stuff.
all of that. I like stay up and like research and like TikTok spiral down of like true crime shit.
Been there.
I've done like true crime binges on the Selena murder.
Oh, yeah.
I've done on the Jenny Rivera murder. I've done on Marilyn Monroe's murder, on the Black Dahlia. What was her name? Elizabeth Short. Short. And then I'm blanking out, but I've done so many. I love anything that's like true crime.
It's very intriguing, for sure.
I love murder.
Wow. You heard it from Hiliana. She loves murder.
Let me just take a drink. I'm not a serial killer, I promise.
That's what a serial killer would say.
Would it be though? This past Monday, we had the class assignment B, the celebrity class feud. Jazz hands. Spirit fingers.
Yes.
See, there's a difference, Cherry. There's a difference.
You right. These are jazz hands.
These are jazz hands. These are spirit fingers. God. I felt so like... I felt dumb.
Oh,
Because I didn't know.
but you were right all along.
I was right all along. I was gaslighted.
That's what it was.
That's what...
Because these are jazz hands.
These,
Like, I can't get over it.
These are jazz
from
hands.
the theater geek. These are jazz hands. Spirit fingers, yeah.
Okay. Case closed.
Period.
And let's take a drink on that. Okay. So, this Monday, we had our celebrity class feud, in which our contestants had to impersonate a celebrity and play a family feud game.
Yeah.
So, it is our version of the Snatch game, basically. We wanted to kind of go a little bit different and make it our own and make it celebrity, like a celebrity class feud. And the dress code was Final Boss. Since we were going to be doing a game, might as well do a game-inspired dress code, right?
Yeah.
So we did Final Boss. I never really knew what that meant.
Final boss?
Yeah, I had no idea what that meant until the dress code was being proposed as Final Boss. I'm like, the fuck's a Final Boss? I was like, sure, okay, but what is it? And then they explain, like the one you have to fight at the end, like Bowser. And I was like, oh, okay, sure,
Yeah.
yeah, I, I guess. I actually, when they said final boss, I thought they meant the last standing person in a horror film.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No.
It's okay. You learned what it
I,
is. So.
right? You learn something every day.
Yeah,
You learn something every
exactly.
day. But yeah, and you were there at
I
the
was.
episode, not only just in attendance, but also as a judge.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you enjoy it?
I really did. I kept turning to Clinica, even though they couldn't hear me, because they were in a big.
They really were.
What
They were
is
like
it, Birdo?
Birdo. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Clinica was like, "I'm gonna be Birdo." I was like, I don't know what it is." They looked at me.
You
They're
don't
like,
know
"You know
Birdo?
Birdo?" I looked at them. I was like, "Listen, I don't know names.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, but you
I will.
recognized
If
it.
I look at it, I will know. But I have no idea what the name is."
That's fair.
And they kept saying Birdo and Birdo. I'm like, Clinica. I don't know what Birdo is. Clinica was like, Hiliana, you know Birdo. So, yes, but you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it. Like, I thought Family Feud was like really well done, and I thought it was so clever how y'all like formatted it and how the contestants like played along with their characters and with the actual game itself. And the runway was super cool because it was so awesome to see people be like this like funny kind of soft sort of person in the Snatch Game Family Feud thing, and then transform into like these awesome final bosses from video games.
It was kind of like a different ends of the spectrum. And it
Yeah,
made me so
and I
happy.
loved that.
It kind of gave them a challenge too. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Absolutely.
so we all had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was such a good episode too.
It was.
was
I
a great
had so much fun. And
Always.
the ending too really got me together.
Yes.
That ending was fantastic. Just all around. It was a
just-
great episode.
You were a judge. I know that, like, I mean, we all had the results for that night, all collectively. But I want to know your opinion, Riley. Who were some standouts for the episode?
Okay. So this episode, there were quite a few standouts for me, and I was shocked because
Yeah.
I thought it would be like. I feel like when it comes to like Snatch Game for these local competitions, it can be rough.
Very rough.
So I was prepared for a lot of rough ones, but for me, it was Anita Blunt stands out in my mind because she was one of the first ones that came out, and like immediately I was like, "That's Big Ange. I know who you are," and I immediately like loved her off the bat. And I thought that her headpiece for the runway was stellar.
Yes.
Like that look to me was fantastic. I also really liked Jack in the Snatch Game. I thought Jack was hilarious as Elmo. I wasn't so much impressed by her runway. I thought it looked cute,
Yeah.
but it wasn't as strong as the other ones that I saw, in my opinion. I was nervous for Cinderblock, but Cinderblock really surprised me, especially when I heard that she was going to be Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. I was like,
Yes.
he doesn't talk. So, all right. But no, they killed it as Donnie. And then I literally screamed. I remember they were a box thing, like a jackpot sort of.
Yeah, I don't know what game it was, but
Yeah.
it was like a slot machine.
Yeah, and I thought that was so well done, and I love when somebody can take something like an object that's not super interesting and turn
Right.
into a whole masterpiece. And for the most part, that was made out of cardboard.
I was just gonna say it's literally all cardboard.
Yeah, and I remember they came up to the table and they like did some kind of mechanism and like the thing in the middle spun.
Yes!
And I screamed. I was like, with like happiness, obviously. And I think for me, that was like the winner. Like I thought Cinderblock was the winner of the night. And then I may or may not have names here. Let me look. Okay, yep. Another standout for me was Anonymous. I pissed myself when they started dancing as Michael Jackson.
Oh my
And
god!
Jack was beatboxing.
Yes!
Like I said on the mic, don't know if it was planned, but it was fucking funny.
It was.
And I was like
hilarious.
hardcore cackling at that, and just seeing them like play with the doll and how it was an Annie doll, like a Raggedy Ann.
Yes.
And Michael Jackson has a song, "Annie, Are You Okay?"
It
Period.
just details, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those details.
Yeah, and I thought that their runway was sickening, but Shigo's not a final boss, and that was kind of where I was like, I don't know.
Well, because I did question it, as their coach, I was like, well, it's Shigo.
Correct.
I was like, are we sure? Like,
Yeah.
we want to do Shigo?
Yeah.
And they were like, well, actually, Kim Possible has 6 games. Six video games.
See, no, she thought too far. I see what you were trying to do, but no, you gotta think what the judges are thinking, and I wasn't like, well, Kim Possible has 6 video games, so I'll let it slide. I immediately thought of the TV show, and I was like, that's not quite the assignment, but you look sickening. And like how they had the little
the poise,
yes,
as they're called,
as the lasers for Shigo, I thought it was fantastic. But at the same time, I don't think it quite followed the final boss instruction. Oh, and Rulin?
Yes.
Rulin, fantastic. I love the drastic difference from Snatch Game to the runway.
Yes.
Like, I love when people take risk or, like, chances of, like, I'm going to do something different that I normally don't do with my drag. And she was Jennifer Coolidge, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, she definitely was.
Yeah, and, like, it was so funny. And she said the right quotes, but it wasn't oversaturated.
Yes.
And like it was, and one of my favorite things was she would say something and it would be so genuine and it would just make it even funnier for me because it was so genuine. And I was like, that's fantastic. And then I thought that their runway was really good too. It was like their own version of that final boss, and I was like, I loved it.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. I loved Rulin going from very soft, which we're not used to, first of all, from Rulin.
Yeah.
Because Rulin has more of a goth vampire type of look to her, like more like white.
Yeah.
More white paint and all of that. And it's gorgeous. So seeing Rulin as this very like soft, typical glam. Well, I mean, anything is glam, right? But like the typical, female makeup.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then going from that over to the runway, which was full white face with like some dimension. And I was like, okay, Rulin.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, there were a lot of good standouts. So y'all should be proud if you're watching this, because y'all impressed me. Because I didn't think y'all could do it, but you did. So, congrats.
You heard it now. You heard it here, folks.
That was so good. Y'all should be proud.
Yes, and I am very proud of all of them.
Yeah.
I definitely am. So it makes me happy that you were impressed.
Yeah, I was.
And honestly, we keep getting feedback that this season is just...
This is the best season. I'm sorry to miss season 1, people, but this is the best. And can I be shady?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like, not to say that the other seasons weren't, but I feel like this season is really putting an effort into the runways and into the challenges.
Yes.
For certain parts of the last seasons,
you know who you were.
Y'all didn't seem like y'all wanted it. So this season does, and that makes it even more entertaining when it's like, no, I actually do want to win and succeed.
Exactly. That's one of the biggest things that I keep saying and telling everyone is just like, this season, this class literally cares so much about this.
Yes, and they really want it.
And
like,
really
it seems like all of
it.
them do.
Every single one want it so bad that they do every single thing like how it's supposed to on time. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
So happy. Love y'all.
I love y'all too.
I mean, I love season 1 and season 2 as well.
I love y'all too, but
we all gotta have our favorites. Now, let's talk about the ones that were not a standout for you.
Okay. So for me, And I mean this all with love too, by the way, if you are watching this, please don't take offense to anything. We make mistakes. I know when I competed, I fucked up. We always fuck up. It's okay. Please don't be hard on yourself. Please don't take offense to what I'm about to say. For me, Luminous. Luminous wasn't really a standout, and I expressed to them the reasons why. But like for Family Feud, they were Ash Ketchum, and they would make a lot of sexual jokes. And the whole time I was like, this is a child. And so I felt a little uncomfy because of Ash being a kid. And also, like I told them, you don't have to always make sexual jokes to be funny. Like there's other jokes that you could pick from. And then their runway I thought was cool, but if it had more grit to it and maybe more like dirt and like maybe have the face peeling a little bit more, then it could have been really stellar. But yeah, I think that I wasn't very impressed with Luminous that night. Another one was LSD. I didn't think that their Family Feud was strong. They a lot of the time I kind of forgot that they were there because it was like there wasn't the Long Island medium character there. It was just kind of it was just kind of like a person. Sort of. Just
I know what
chilling.
you mean.
Yeah. And then their runway, especially when it's that tough thing when you have two of the same outfits. Because I think Anita Blunt was also that character.
Yes.
And Anita was first out. And so when you're up against somebody that might have another outfit that's a little better than yours, it kind of also doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, Godiva, I thought that her voice was really good for Family Feud as the Grinch, but the way, because I was like looking at everybody, even if they weren't talking, I was still looking at them and observing. And Godiva didn't give me any sort of Grinch like with her body, and it was just like I remember she would just stay like this the whole time and very closed off. And I was like, there's so much you could do like with the Grinch, like you could just do like this sort of thing or like crook your mouth. Yeah. And when it came to the jokes, there were probably like two funny ones, and then the other ones were just quotes from the movie directly, and they just weren't landing. And then, sadly, with her runway, the costume was falling apart. And because it was falling apart, like, I know I would probably make this mistake too. She quickly went off stage, and so I was like, I can't really even see your costume. And when she did come out, I wasn't sure what it was at first because it wasn't obvious what the character was. And then there was one other person. I wasn't a fan of Madam Woods' Snatch Game.
Okay.
I thought that the only funny moment, honestly, to me, was when like there was like the buzzer was just going crazy, and she was like, "Shut up! I want to talk." And then she would just talk and talk. And I thought that that moment was funny, but I didn't think that she was as strong comedically when it came to that. But her runway, I really liked her runway.
Yes.
I thought it was so cool. And like I said, I love when drag performers kind of change it up a bit to what they normally do and do something completely different. And I was like, oh, she alternative tonight.
I was like Columbus's premier alt queen.
With the blood coming
with the blood, with the hand. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. But when it came to the challenge itself, I wasn't very, I wasn't impressed with that. But the runway was very good.
Okay, nice. I mean, it kind of does fall in line with what was the placement for the night. I will say that Godiva, I do agree with the characterism or characterism. Is that even a word? Characterism?
Characterization.
Characterization.
Mannerisms. Yes,
Mannerisms.
thank you.
Mannerisms.
Thank you, lovely camera person.
So the mannerisms could have definitely spoken or translated more as to
Oh, yeah.
Grinch, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, just like because he kind of has that almost like entitled attitude, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you want to like it's body language. It's all
Exactly.
body, physical, comedy as well.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I completely agree with you on.
And it's also tough when, like, you have fucking Cinderblock staying in character the
The
whole
whole entire
time.
time.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I totally commend about Cinder.
Yeah.
Was the fact that she was able to stay in character the entire time.
Yep.
I will say though, I did provide this feedback to Cinder directly that it was very one note for me. I do think that there were a lot of opportunities to be able to bring that full character on a close loop
Yeah.
of not just being gibberish, but also
That's why I
having
put in my
more
notes.
breaks in it,
Yep.
having more breaks of like actual speaking or going into Nigel's accent for some reason.
Yeah.
Or, like whatever,
You're
speaking
right.
more about the actual Donnie Thornberry other than just the gibberish, right?
Correct.
So it was kind of giving me like one note on that part. The runway, I loved the slot machine. Holy shit. It was great. But I did think that it was a little incomplete with like the face and
I can understand
how
that.
it doesn't really tie in. So I was just impressed by a lot of people
Me too.
for their runways for their final bosses, and throughout the game I was impressed by how many people paid attention to when I kept telling them to try to stay in character. I noticed a lot of people trying to stay in character, and I noticed a lot of people falling out of character or just staying in character. But yeah, I had another comment. Hold on, pause.
Take your time. Pause.
Yes. Oh, Luminous. So Luminous actually mentioned when they first came out, it's like, oh, I'm an adult now. It's been years.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yes. So that was like because there's been like conversations about how it was problematic to do Ash because Ash was a child, but Luminous did start off with that, but it was just not clear enough
Yeah.
for the
'Cause I didn't catch
audience
that.
or for everyone else to catch. And we even workshopped the character. I was like, yeah, make Ash like a deadbeat person. Like they grew up and they just were so obsessed with becoming the very best that they never did. Like make it campy, go to the extreme. And so I was excited to see what Luminous would do with that. I was proud of them trying to stay like in the character the entire time.
Yeah.
I do think that the jokes were kind of a little flat for some of them. But I can definitely see why Luminous was in the bottom.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
it is what it is, right?
Yeah, sadly.
Tis the name of the game, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna happen like that. It's gonna be.
But you're all wonderful.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Oh, no.
They're all gonna laugh at you. So towards the end of the night, we had an expulsion lip sync, and it happened to be between Luminous Magic, which is my team, and LSD, which is from Team AJ Quinn West. So, what did you think of the lip sync?
That was the best lip sync that I've seen this season. Point blank, period.
Let's address that real quick because people are saying that it's the era of the whisper lip syncs, and I'm over here like, we're not trying to do that. No ham, no Pam, no turkey, no malarkey. So no.
Yeah, for this one, they really like brought it, and it was
Yes.
so entertaining to watch it. And I'm very much like, I love to see people go full out on stage, and like I could tell that they both really wanted it.
Yes.
And like the whole time I was like this because I just didn't want to send either one of them home. I was like, can they both stay? Because they're really just giving it. Like one of my favorite moments, like There was a moment I remember Luminous came up to the judges panel and like lip synced to us, and I thought that was really cool. I remember LSD, they took out a fucking Game Boy.
Yes!
And I was like, that's smart. But one of the most iconic moments.
Okay, are we gonna address it? I think I know what it is. Okay, yeah,
was when LSD hopped on that box, and then Luminous was right in the center, and then LSD jumped off. No, I think they threw their wig first.
Yes,
and it
yeah,
landed on Luminous.
Yes.
Right on the chest, and it stayed there for like 10
stayed there.
seconds.
And then Luminous just grabbed it and then threw it off and then continued.
Yeah, and then LSD, they jumped off.
Yep.
And it was fantastic.
It was great.
But that wig throwing moment and how it just stayed there and then the jumping off, it was so great.
It was honestly,
so
it was sickening.
Yeah.
Once the I mean, I have the videos.
Oh yeah, you're gonna.
I'm gonna like post them and everything, but I want to make like a little like GIF of like that moment.
That'd be fantastic.
Because it was fucking perfect.
It was.
Because I believe Luminous was going.
Oh my god,
yes,
a backbend.
Backbend.
Right.
They were doing a backbend, and then the wig was just like whoosh. And it landed right there, and it stayed just chilling.
Yeah. It was.
The crowd went crazy.
Yeah. I had a fantastic time watching it. I was also super anxious because, like I said, didn't want any of them to go home.
But someone had to go home.
Yeah.
It was a great lip sync, I will say. So
fantastic.
For future lip syncs and for the lip sync tournament, y'all, we better see that every single time. Because it's going to be this season, we're going to do a split tournament. So we're going to have like the winners, because we're going to have a winner and a person that goes home at the end of the night for the episode. Last season, we only had someone go home. So this time we're going to have like all the winners have their own little bracket style of a lip sync tournament to get the ultimate winner.
Oh, wow.
And then we're going to have the person that's going to go home.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
So it's going to be crazy. So I want, and it's a lot of songs and they're hard. So y'all better know every single nuance, breath, vowel, verb, adjective, whatever. Okay? Learn it.
Yeah.
Oh, so so someone went home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, from Team Hiliana Perez, Luminous had to go home.
Yeah.
Had to go. And I will say unfortunately, I agreed. I agreed. I did see a few moments of lost lyrics there. Of lack of like enunciation and pronunciate, like with mouthing of the words. And I saw so much passion though. I saw so much passion from Luminous, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I definitely think it was a hard decision for the judges. But ultimately Luminous went home. I'm so happy for all that they did and everything that she's grown and learned and all of that. And so
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is. Also, are we going to talk about how you were like, who should go home?
Oh shit, yes!
Because that was when I was fully like this and hiding behind Robin, like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
You right, I did ask the mighty question, who do you think should go home and why? So, what do you think about that?
Liz. So I personally, because I'm like, everybody love each other. I hate it when that question is asked during these shows. I'm like, y'all shady. So like I said, I was cringing behind Robin with my back turned like away from the stage. But they are very blunt.
Yes.
With their answers.
Yes, they are.
And I was like, oh, God. Although I will say with Anonymous and Cinderblock, I was like, good answer.
Yeah.
Because they were like, you're strong. I would like you to go home. And then the other one was like, you're also strong. I would like you to go home. And I was like, see, that's how you do it. Also, if you're watching this, don't ever say you want to go home. Don't play yourself like that. Don't do it. But yeah, that was a whole moment for me. Some of it, like I said, I couldn't watch because I was just like...
Okay, when LSD said, I'm going to say 2 names, I was like, oh!
That's when I started to really just cringe. Because I was like, no, be nice. Please be nice. But I mean, it made good. It's not television. It made
Good content.
good
Good
content.
content.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, good content.
Good entertainment.
There. Thank you.
It made
It made a
good
good. Yeah,
show. It made a good
yeah,
show.
yeah. It made a good show even better.
There we go. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. But that was quite a moment for
It was.
sure.
I think it was iconic, and the fact that it's all filmed, it's great.
I'm excited to watch it back. Honestly,
Same.
the whole episode, to be honest.
Same.
But I was going through it. I really was.
The fans want to know, Riley. Mm-hmm. Where can they find you? Where is the next show that you will be at?
Well, I'm a awful drag entertainer, and I never know when my shows are. But there is a huge show that I'm doing in October up in Toledo, and it is an all Ohio Drag King showcase. And we have 4 incredible headliners. It's Percocet. I think he's from North Carolina. Luca Me from Chicago. This next king won Drag Queen of the Year in 2020, which is run by Alaska Thunderfuck from RuPaul's Drag Race, Tenderoni.
Oh.
And then our other and last headliner is going to be Landon Sider, who was the winner of Dragula. Yeah. Yep, and it's going to be me and my friend Stevie Phoenix.
Oh
and
my
you can see that
gosh.
in October. Don't know the exact date, but it'll be somewhere.
We will go ahead and put a flyer
Thank
of the event. You know, it is in October, and it is where?
In Toledo, Ohio.
In Toledo, Ohio. Okay.
At this huge, beautiful theater.
Word! That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bet you're so excited.
Listen, it's something I've always wanted to do. And Stevie's like, let's make it happen, friend. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, so it's a bunch of Ohio kings, literally from everywhere in Ohio.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So definitely go
Please.
support all of the kings. 'Cause
Yes.
One thing that is like so annoying to see within the drag community is the lack of visibility for kings and
Absolutely.
king entertainment. You know, not just in like pageantry systems, but also within the performance circuit.
Yep.
It's hard to see a show, or it's far few in between where you see a show that there are more than just one king.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's something that kind of bothers me too, especially with Pride season coming up. It is very essential that you have drag kings in your shows, and not only one but multiple.
Yeah.
Because I tend to be the only token drag
Yeah.
king, and that makes me feel some kind of way.
Yeah, let's not tokenize entertainers first of all. In general,
That part, yeah.
like any marginalized
Correct.
type of entertainer, let's not tokenize them.
Yeah.
Do you know how many messages I got for Cinco de Mayo?
I'll have to tell you something off camera, but that's very annoying, and I'm so sorry that happens
Yeah,
to you.
so it's don't tokenize.
Yeah, it's not cute. But
ain't
please respect your kings.
Yes.
And book us.
Yeah.
You know, if not me, book my brothers. Because there's incredible
Yes.
kings that do all sorts of things around Ohio and the United States and the world.
Exactly. Kings are like
Just as good as the drag queens,
literally,
you know?
and it's so unfair to see all of like the advantages that drag queens or more female presenting entertainers get than the drag king and male presenting entertainers, and it's like
Absolutely. Like, I'm still seeing flyers, even in the city, that don't book drag kings.
Yeah.
So, So thank you for acknowledging that. I
of
appreciate
course,
that.
that's one of the biggest things that we want to do with Dragmaster is like bring as much visibility to everything and anything, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm trying to do with like our hotspots. Like I
Yeah,
have
which is so wonderful.
like I set out a form for like if you still want a hotspot, the form is still live. You can go to the Dragmaster Facebook page and somewhere in one of those posts, you fill it out and then you'll be put in the rotation for hotspots. All type of entertainment. We've
Yes.
had comedians. I had regular drag and then also king drag and then in between that as well. So it's like I want to just showcase art.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
And
you know?
see, also, I'm sorry to our wonderful camera person. I'm very chatty. He's like, you're fine. But that's also something that's very important to me is that drag isn't the only form of queer art, right? And so it's like we should have opportunities for everybody to showcase their queer art, not just
Exactly.
drag entertainers. So
Exactly.
thank you for even, like, I saw some of my, like, burlesque friends be on that stage. Like, Nasty,
Yeah.
I've always seen them do burlesque and stuff, and so it was beautiful to see them in a different space and get to see them showcase their art there. Like, I really do appreciate you doing that, because some people don't recognize that, like, we can all work together.
We really can.
You know?
Like the whole point of being an entertainer is what? To put on a good damn show.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We want the crowd to be entertained.
Yeah.
So why are we gonna limit the quality of the show for what? Like why?
Exactly.
Like, ugh. I digress.
But thank you for doing that.
Of
And yeah,
course.
support your kings and
Support your
other
kings.
forms of queer art.
Exactly, all forms of queer art, and then
Yes.
also support Riley
Yes.
Poppyseed
Yes, that's me.
in October in Toledo.
Yes, also you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Riley Poppyseed. Facebook at Riley Poppy, because Facebook's a bitch. That's what I get for trying to cuss out Facebook. And then also, because I was told to promote this too, my Cash App and Venmo are also Riley Poppyseed. If you would like to give me some coins, thank you.
Hey, because listen, entertaining is not cheap.
For real though.
Okay, being an adult ain't cheap either.
Surviving.
Surviving is not cheap, y'all. They really fucked us up, huh?
Really? For
They
real,
sure
for
did.
real.
They were like, "Here you go, generation. Take all this bullshit, live with it."
Yeah,
And here we are,
Right.
making the best of it by dressing up.
And just wearing a wig cap so all y'all can drag me on the internet.
Hey, it is
I
drag,
do it for a
right?
giggle.
So I have a fun question for you. I want to know, who was your first ever sitcom / celebrity crush?
Oh, first one.
Yeah, that you can remember, obviously.
Yeah. The first one. Okay, so there's two that pop into my head. For some reason, like, I really had a crush on. He was a member of Pretty Ricky. His name was Baby Blue. He was like, Baby Blue, whoa! He was the guy that went, whoa! For some reason, I really had a crush on him. And then he took off his glasses, and I was like, I don't. Also, I'm pan, by the way, so I'm going to mention men because Christian guilt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like women, but I kind of do. And then, like, the crush that I developed was, like, I think it was in high school when The Hangover came out. And I remember watching The Hangover, and Bradley Cooper was, like, walking down this, like, hallway, and the lights were flickering. And he was like, ooh. And I was like, oh, I love this white man. I was like, oh, wow. Like, that was the moment in that movie where I was like, Bradley Cooper can get it.
Okay, you know, Bradley Cooper's okay.
Fair.
You know, he's okay.
Fair.
You know.
I mean, I don't have a crush on him now, but
Oh, right. But that was
back in high
one of your
school,
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, yeah.
That's okay. Come on, Bradley Cooper.
I can hear that judgment in your voice. Okay. Okay.
No, it's just that it's like, I would have never thought Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would have never thought Bradley Cooper, because that just to me is so random.
It is.
Like, who thinks Bradley Cooper?
Well, I didn't until I saw The Hangover when he was walking
You know
down.
what? I guess that would make sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because I didn't know who the fuck he was at that point until I watched it.
I mean,
and
to
was
be
like,
honest, I can't put a face to him right now. Who's Bradley Cooper?
the handsome guy from The Hangover.
You're like, oh, he's okay. You don't even know what he looks
I
like.
just, okay, I could all I think of is a white boy with a beard.
He's got a beard.
He does have a beard, and he is a white boy. So you are correct.
So that's why I'm like, he's okay. As my
Wow.
husband
I
is a
was
white
just-
boy with a beard.
Very attractive.
Yeah.
You know I'm blind. Hold on. He's okay. Yeah. He's alright.
Well, yeah.
Okay, he's fine. He's cute. He has a nice smile. Probably paid for that. So
probably, but
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
You get a smile if you win drag.
Right. Well, yeah. If you win Drag Master this season, the winning student
They
gets
get fake teeth?
No, they get a free teeth whitening.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are being treated so well. Back in my day.
Right. Literally, back in our day. Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have reached the end of the show.
Oh, this was so much fun.
Oh, well, I am so happy that you had a lot of fun because I had a lot of fun.
Good.
And that's one of the biggest things that I want to make sure that all my guests do is have fun.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to do drag.
It really is.
And we're already dressing up. We might as well just have fun.
Exactly.
Right? Life is way too, what's it called? Life is, you only get one life. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. You only get one life, yo. YOLO.
Yo, you only get one life, yo. No, let's stick with that. I like that. Yo, you only get one life, yo.
You get one life. Don't fucking waste it. But honestly, thank you so much for being here and for coming on and being a guest and for judging and honestly for any of your participation with Drag Master because you really helped us kind of like guide our vision that we had with our first season. I know that you were one of our coaches that truly cared a lot and really gave it their all. So I truly appreciate that. And so did your students, I know for a fact. So.
Thank you, Hiliana.
So happy to have you here. And I definitely would love to have you again in future seasons. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
Y'all better follow Riley.
Please.
And all socials of media.
Yes.
Not just because they are an amazing artist, but because they deserve for the world to see them.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay. And also send him some money because we
You
all
don't
love
have
money.
to if you don't want to. I'm kidding, but
Send the money right now. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. But I will find you if you don't send the money.
Yeah.
Right in the kisser.
But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. And that was our show, everyone. Oh, another episode of The Dean's Room is done. I can finally take this drag off and go cuddle. Bye, everyone.
Bye.